Hi, today is February 21st, 2024. Welcome to Artist Expression with Alma Love at the Midpen Media Center of Palo Alto, California. My name is Roselyn Womack, and I'm serving as your host today. And we are celebrating Black History Month. And our guest is young artist genius Julian Kesean Jr, a.k.a. as JUJU. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay. So tell me, what school do you go to?
Lakewood Elementary in the second grade.
Okay. And so we're going to be featuring his artwork today for Black History Month. And we have the pleasure of his father here. You want to introduce yourself?
Yep. How's it going, everybody? My name is Julian Kesean Jr. I'm this bright little man's father. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so proud of him. Be aware, I might drop a tear or two, but we're gonna keep the show going. And we're gonna keep it rolling.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem.
And we also have a renowned artist here. He's famous, and would you like to introduce yourself?
Will Webster is my name, and I'm glad to be here among such a young, gifted artist. And I know he's going to go far.
Amen. And again, I just want to thank everybody here for taking time out to be able to celebrate Black History Month. Okay, so tell me, Julian, what are you working on right now?
Huh?
What are you working on right now?
I'm making a picture of Sonic in the 1992 and me, but
We'll
super
turn it
form
around.
in 2024. I haven't finished it yet, but this is how I did so far.
Great. Let's give him a hand. All right. What do you like about art?
That it's cool and you can use like markers and pencils and you can make like drawings. That's what I love about art.
And how do you feel when you're drawing?
Personally, when I'm alone, kind of good. But personally, with a lot of people around, feel kind of nervous. Even on TV, I feel extremely nervous.
Okay, well, you're doing a good job. And that's okay because I'm a little nervous too. Okay, so we have some artwork here. And I understand we also have a cartoon book. But right now he doesn't have the copyrights and he doesn't want people to see the whole book. So he said today you're willing to show the cover. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also finished one that I want to show one of my grannies.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit about this drawing.
I think I made this like 1 month or 2 months back then, and like 23 days.
23 days?
I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
So is there any particular, let me see that.
Sure.
Is there any particular character on here you want to talk about? Your favorite one?
I can talk about myself,
Oh,
which is the
you're on here? Which one? That one?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about that.
Why I really like myself on this photo because it reminds me of when I be having my song costume on for Halloween. And not that, and I also included Spider-Man in here because I have a Spider-Man costume. And also Goku because I like watching Dragon Ball Z. And also Sonic and Tails because I like watching Sonic. And I think that's it. I don't know the other persons I drawed.
Okay, so now with you being a character, do you have superpowers too?
Yup.
Okay, tell me about the superpowers in your character.
I have this kind of. I have a Chaos Emerald and more right here, so I can go super or dark.
Oh, okay.
And just like Sonic has Metal Sonic, I have Metal JUJU.
Ah.
Wow.
So do you run fast like Sonic? Do you jump high?
No,
What do you do?
I'm all like Sonic except different. Because I can also have a power that he doesn't have. Since I found the blue Chaos Emerald,
Mhm.
since I found the blue Chaos Emerald, which is right next to me,
Mhm.
I have invisibility powers.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
great. Okay. So there's a drawing over there. You want to talk a little bit about that drawing right there?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Is this the one that's the secret? You're not finished yet with the book, so we're going to have to wait till the next time?
Oh no.
Okay, okay.
I think so.
Okay, so that's fine. I know there was, you were saying something was a secret, so you said you were only going to show the front. Okay, so let's move on, and we'll come
Yeah.
back to you in a minute because I want you to tell us a little bit about all these awards you have back here.
Okay.
So we'll talk a little bit to Dad.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you encourage your son? I mean, he's such an exceptional young man. What do you do to encourage him?
Well, luckily for me, I don't have to do much encouragement. You know, I as an individual myself, I feel I have that persistent trait, and I was able to pass that on to him. When we were looking at, kind of constructed things for him to do over the years, he gave him a couple of pieces of paper and some color crayons, and he just started drawing. And then after a while, he just continued to do it on his own accord. He'd ask for a bunch of paper, so we bought him more color pencils, and then he went through the color pencils, and then he went through about 5 of my notebooks, and then he started drawing in the notebooks he shouldn't have been drawing in. And then I said, well, let me get him a 500 ream of paper. He went through that. He went through another probably 5 to 10 packs of color pencils, another 5 packs of color crayons, endless amounts of markers, and
I be loving those markers.
there's not much encouragement. I mean, honestly, he probably encourages me more to continue to do more than I encourage him.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would say the best thing that I did was when he was a young whippersnapper. Me and his mom was able to kind of put him in front of the TV, give him that educational content that he needed, and by the time he was 1, that was his focus, just education. Came up. I remember he put his hand on my knee one day, spelled the word no. It's like N-O, no, and I was like, oh wow, you got something here. And this is at 1 year old.
Okay.
So he's just been ahead of his time. When just being able to give him the tools and resources that he needs is really where I'm at. No encouragement needed. I don't want him to feel like he has any pressure to do anything that I tell him to do. Just whatever he wants to do, we're gonna support him in what his pursuits is, and just give him all the resources that we can.
So
Make it happen.
as a father,
Mhm.
and also having a young man here that is very much interested in art, what would you say to parents? Because a lot of times kids start things and then they stop.
Mhm.
What would you say is one thing you would say to parents
Mhm.
to encourage their kids and their gifts?
Well, all parenting situations are different. You know, some parents that may have a kid like mine. It's not really so much encouraging them and just letting them take its course. Everybody has an opportunity to go and explore all different avenues in life, right? Because regardless, everybody has something that makes them unique. But as a young individual, it's about trying to find, what it is that you like.
Okay.
Luckily for me, I've been at, Julian we were able to see that Julian liked art a lot sooner. Otherwise, we would have, continued to buy Lego blocks. We would have continued to buy race cars, and all these different things to see where he wants. So for the new parents out there, I would encourage, just if they don't have something that they're already passionate about, you just continue to give them options, right? Because they say the pathway to success is never linear. It's always, this direction, that direction, and then you find what you're really passionate about, and you take off.
Okay, great, great. So I'm going to come over to our artist that has been doing this work for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Can you first tell us a little bit about your artwork?
Well, basically, I work in acrylics. I do work in oils. Uh, a lot of times, I buy my canvas, and I also make my own canvas. But what I like about this young man, he's starting about the time I started, and I love the way he kept up with his education, his reading, his math. That's 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 vital. And a lot of youngsters don't understand the math part because that'll take you far. But he is definitely an artist. So whichever direction he want to go, he can pursue it. And I don't think he'll have any problems with it. But on the other hand, I feel like there's always something that's gonna kind of make you halt, and you can't let that happen. You
So,
know, you can't let that happen. You can't let your pursuit, your art, or whatever you want to obtain. You can't let it come to a halt. You got to keep pursuing it as long as you're on this face of the earth.
okay, so would you talk a little bit about your art, and then after that, what you have up here, and then I'm gonna ask you to give a couple of words of encouragement to this young man or other artists that might be watching.
Well, first of all, this art up here, like the one I did of Kobe,
Beautiful.
I looked at a few of them, but I I could do any type of art, landscape or whatever. But when I saw Kobe, a lot of pictures of him, and I didn't have any feelings. And this was one picture I had a feeling for. When I saw this, I had a feeling for it. If I got a feeling for something, I have no problem painting it. And the other painting is the pyramids in Mexico, and fortunately, there's pyramids all over the world, China, Cambodia, and we know the famous one in Egypt. I've done that also. But you got to keep going. And there was a time in my life when I didn't do any art, 1 or 2 years. And I believe that's when I had my most difficulty, when I didn't do my art.
Okay,
So when I do my art, it seemed like life is a lot easier for me, mentally and spiritually, and also money-wise. So you got to keep doing
Keep
what
doing
you
it.
really was
Right.
put on earth to do.
That's a good point right there.
And a lot of us don't understand that, and we get bogged down in everyday living, and we pass away, and we don't accomplish what we was put on earth to do.
Okay.
And this young man, he's doing it already. So I can't say enough about him
Right. We're all
because
proud of him.
he's doing it,
Yep.
and I see the reading and the math, and I think it's great.
Yes. Okay.
Plus, he's an artist too.
Yes.
He's actually a Renaissance midget. That's what he is.
Okay. So that's a great compliment.
That's
So
exactly what he is.
So Kesean, why don't you tell us a little bit about your awards and your medals and your trophies?
Okay. First, I'm going to tell you how I got Student of the Month.
Okay, great.
Actually, I forgot how I got Student of the Month.
That's okay. We'll come back to that. Tell us what you do know.
I know how I got Mathematician when I was in 2nd grade.
Okay, talk a little bit about that.
It's because I've been explaining my work, and I have been doing great in math, and we're still not doing grades yet. But I wish we could get an upgrade to do grades now,
Okay. Okay.
like D's or F's or E's or A's or I don't know.
So when you're doing, do you have any more you want to talk about your awards before we move on? Anything else, Dad, you want to add to that?
Yeah. So yeah, when it came to math, again, he was a very bright student before he was even a student in school. So I had a strong feeling he would stand out in math, reading. Since he since he was spelling at one, I also knew he didn't really have trouble there. But when we got him into school, we wanted to see where he stood. Right, and he's always been a bright kid. He's always been very invited to other students, other his friends. He's been a natural leader. I remember when he was in kindergarten, they had this business starting little kind of project, and he ended up starting his own storefront, calling it the Sonic Store, and kind of ran it like that, and had everybody in his classroom kind of as his employees working under him.
Yup,
So-
I was the boss.
All right.
So when it comes to the student of the month, that story kind of speaks for itself. A natural leader, and then just being recognized in his math and his reading has been great. I would say the reading one is because he started at a good level, but he continued to excel and go and push past his limits. Kind of very similar to math. He started with just his numbers, and then he challenged himself to learn some simple addition, some simple subtraction, and just continue to go. And then when we put him in soccer, of course we have something that everybody gets, which is a medal. But then one of the days when he was playing, he showed his ability to be a teammate as well, along with being a leader. Everybody has an opportunity to be on the team or on the field at one time. So when it was his time to go off, rather than being like a lot of people and just going off and kind of just waiting, and I guess till it's your turn to get back on the field, he was on the sideline cheering his team on. Let's go, team! Let's go! Y'all got this. Let's make it happen. So then he got recognized for another award. So these are just a lot of examples of the individual that he's growing into, the leader that he's going to be one day. And all I can say is that I'm really proud of this little guy.
Yeah, we are a little proud of you. So right now, what are you working on now?
Huh?
What are you working on now?
Now I just finished this.
Okay, what is that?
Huh?
What is that?
This?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to draw this.
All right. Okay.
Well,
There's 10 more minutes left.
Okay.
Well, it looks like you drew a picture of you, right? Didn't you name it?
Huh?
Didn't you name it? Yeah, you put Supersonic in 1992.
Yeah, which is classic Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
And me, but in my super form in 2024.
Okay. All right.
This is how I look.
So can you tell us any fun facts about Sonic, buddy?
Huh?
Can you tell us any fun facts about Sonic?
He's fast, and he beats Nintendo, which is the creators of Mario, and
What type of food does he like?
chili dog.
Chili dog.
They have the chili dogs that are dipped and fried in Doritos. Does he eat those?
No, he eats like the normal chili dogs.
Okay.
But he's actually eating his friends because it's chili dogs.
Oh, okay. So what are your plans in the future in terms of being an artist? Have you thought about that?
No, I don't know.
Now you want to continue his artwork because you're getting all this wisdom here saying you're gifted, you're great, and your artwork is so beautiful. So you're going to continue art? Are you going to try to sell it or what?
I think I'm going to quit art in 301.
Okay.
You're gonna quit art in 301.
Yeah.
So you're going to continue art for a long time until that time. All right.
That's a
Okay.
That's a
So,
long time.
Exactly. Exactly. So that sounds good. Anything else you want to say about uh, being an artist?
no, I'm done. We
Okay.
can move on to my dad.
Okay. Now, one of the things I want to go back to before we move on, you were saying it makes you feel really relaxed and comfortable. Is that right?
Yeah, when I'm not in too much public
Mm-hmm.
or on TV. Especially if I'm on TV, I would feel like so much nervous.
Okay. Well, you're doing a good job, young man.
Okay.
You're doing great, buddy. I would say he's a natural. He may feel nervous, but he is shining bright.
That's right. That's right. We have a bright star over here. Will, do you have anything else
He
you want
had
to
me
add?
scared there when he said he thinking about quitting. He
He
knows
knows
his
that you're
math.
right. Exactly. That's why I said.
That was a punchline.
Exactly.
So that's what I said. They have a way of you try to tone into them, but you better be careful
Yeah.
Okay.
because they got the answer for you.
Yep. We
Okay.
got it. So, do you have any last words of wisdom for him
Yeah,
or any young artist?
yeah. Well, the thing about it is, I have some young men that I work with, some young artists. I shouldn't say he's that young. I work with other artists, older artists, and I have a group of artists I work with. Joe Hardgrove, he's 85, 86, something like that. And I have worked with artists, 95-year-old artists, and they really inspire me to keep going. And I just think it's great that I see people that are doing art and they're not really into it, and then I'm able to motivate them.
Okay. And so, what is one thing you do to motivate an artist?
Well, I have them do art shows
Okay. That's great.
along with me,
Okay.
and a lot of them don't sell the art, and that's when I tell them, hey, you didn't give away enough art, time to sell it, because they don't appreciate you.
Okay.
Well,
So
I'm gonna
I-
sell it when I'm gonna sell when I'm like 28.
I
Okay.
don't know about that.
You might. Okay. So that's
Cause I
28.
got plans.
That's right. Well, tell us one or two
You
of
must
your
have-
other plans.
Okay. Actually, maybe I should write down my plans
Okay.
on a list.
Okay.
Are you sure when you're 28 you're gonna sell your art when you're 28?
He means selling a lot of money. Right now, he's just kind
Number
of
one.
selling a little bit at a
Well,
time.
Yeah,
He's gonna sell a lot
I
of money
got
when
you.
he gets 28.
he's being real modest. He already got a couple of books at the house. We can't talk too much about it, but he
That's
already got a
right.
couple of books at
That's
the house.
right.
We done worked on. He done finished up, and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But we just want to make sure that we focus on his education first,
Right.
and ensure
Right.
that we get his
Exactly.
foundation set before we start adding on other things,
Right.
ensuring that we can keep get him in his sports and get him in his discipline like a martial arts. Again, ensure that he continues to shine bright in school, and then that's when we can start to roll out any type of business endeavors for him. Because once you go Hollywood, it's hard to go back.
That's true.
That's right. That's
And
right.
yeah, I just want to protect him as much as I can. I know his mother's back there. She want to protect him as much as possible as well, and just make sure that we take our time, because his time is coming.
This is how I'm doing so far.
Okay, that sounds good. So, right now, he said that his plans are, I will sell art until.
I'll sell art until 28 years old, and then he says he wants to get 30 medals.
Yep, that's one of my goals too.
Okay.
30 medals.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like we adding in track. We adding in some gymnastics. We adding in some martial arts. We adding in all. He wants a
3
whole trophy
minutes.
case.
Okay, so we just want to say that we thank our panel here, Daddy, young man here,
Thank you.
And also the mentor here, the senior, with all the wisdom. We want to thank Mid Peninsula again. And we want to thank Alma Love. And we want to thank everybody for coming here today and listening to this young man, this genius, this fine man that's going to be an artist selling all of his work in the future. And thank you again for helping us celebrate Black History Month. Thank you so much.